Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Sam, and welcome to our, let's say, annual English speaking webinars from Skyeng. All right, so I will switch to Russian in 1, 2, 3. Всем привет, меня зовут Сэм, и добро пожаловать, добрый вечер на наш, так сказать, регулярный вебинар английского языка со Sky или со Skyeng. Короче, прямо сейчас мы с вами устроим небольшую проверку связи. Если меня слышно и видно, то напишите, пожалуйста, плюсы в чат-бокс, а я буду смотреть. Если меня видно и слышно. Окей, плюсы полетели. Круто, супер. Окей. Перед тем, как мы начнем, общая информация с нижним левым углу чат-бокс. Там мы сможем с вами разговаривать. Я буду давать вам некоторые задания, вы там же отвечаете. Чуть выше, правее в углу есть кнопка с вопросами. Там вы можете более обстоятельные вопросы задавать. И в конце вебинара мы с вами по ним пройдемся. Сегодня мы будем говорить 60% на английском и 40% на русском. То есть основная часть вебинара будет, конечно же, на английском, но некоторые моменты я буду пояснять. И у меня есть такая небольшая штука, я всегда быстро говорю. Как только я пересеку ту планку нормальной скорости, напишите мне в чат-боксе, и я чуть-чуть замедлюсь. Окей, наш вебинар предоставлен от Skyeng, и пару слов о нашем спонсоре в начале. Skyeng – это самая большая онлайн-школа по изучению английского языка в Восточной Европе. Когда меня спрашивают, есть 3 плюшки Skyeng. Во-первых, это онлайн-образование. Все мы знаем, или многие из нас знают, что за онлайн-образованием будущее. Любое удобное время, любой удобный день вы выбираете и занимаетесь английским языком. Второе – это личный преподаватель. Насколько я знаю, в Skyeng более 2000 преподавателей. Это значит, что вероятность того, что вы найдете себе, не совсем друга, но напарника или товарища, или человека с схожими идеями, она очень высока по сравнению с другими платформами. И третье, самая крутая плюшка или фишка – это платформа Beambox. Те из вас, кто занимался английским по скайпу, знают, что это как бы нормально, но не совсем. А Beambox – это тот инструмент, который отвечает всем вашим потребностям. Но об этом мы скажем чуть-чуть в конце. 1, 2, 3, back to English. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about how to learn English or how to get in touch with English using movies, TV series, any kind of visual or video content. So we have 4 points. Why to watch, how to watch, what to watch, and where to watch. But before we get started, I want to ask you, what was your last movie in English? You can please use the chat box and tell me, what was your last movie in English? My last movie in English was This Passenger. I saw it yesterday, recently. It was with Liam Hemsworth, if I'm not mistaken. Friends? Oh, okay. I know about Friends, Break Up. Don't really know about Break Up. South Park. South Park. Twilight. I love Twilight, especially the first movie. Harry Potter. Extra. Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, I've heard a lot of the Guardians of the Galaxy, but I haven't got a chance to check them out. Pride and Prejudice. Okay. Tell me, how often do you get to watch movies in English? Even if it's subtitles, just to get to hear it, let's say once a month, I don't know, like once in 2 months, or maybe just once in a while. How often do you watch movies in English? Every day, says Liz. Okay, that's good. That's very good. It means they have a very good level if you're able to watch movies every day. Twice a week, Natalia says never. It's never late to start, Natalia, never late to start. Once or twice a week, Vitaly, never late to start. Maria, same to you. Every weekend. That must be quite difficult to find time to watch movies in English every weekend. So Marina is saying once a month. And if you'd ask me, I would say that the perfect or the optimal variant is actually once a month. That's a very good time to get in touch with the language, because every weekend that might get maybe tiresome or maybe too difficult. So once a month, it's a very good thing. So the first question is, why should you or why would you watch movies in English? Actually, this is my very favorite question I used to ask people. Okay, I'm saying, меня слышно? Напишите, пожалуйста, плюсы, если меня слышно. Тут задаю вопрос насчет звука. Okay. Alright. Если не слышно, попробуйте повозиться немного в настройках. Okay, so whenever I have a speaking club or whatever, whenever I meet people who are learning English, I would ask them, why are you even learning English? Tell me, give me your answers in the chat box. Why would someone in Russia even learn English and waste his time to watch movies in English? Practice English. Practice English, that's difficult because Russian translation is usually bad. Thanks, that's a very good point. Yeah, like you're watching a movie and they just spoil the joke. It happens a lot of times. Tutoring kids, yeah, if you're parents, if you have junior sisters or brothers, to learn new vocabulary. Learn new vocabulary, you can learn new vocabulary in Spanish, I guess, in French, in Chinese, to improve listening skills, to teach people for job. Okay, yes, I would understand the job. If you have a job that's connected with English, all right, you need to learn English. Someone saying that Anna is saying that she just likes English, to have a brought out. Okay. So I would agree with one statement that said to get the real touch of the movie. It applies the same with Russian. If you are, I don't know if you're from Australia, if you're from Germany, and you know about Prejudice from Dostoevsky, you would rather prefer to read it in the language of the original because there are some stuff, there are some emotions that are very difficult to translate. Like even if you ask me, at times I'm thinking about something in English or in Russian, and then it takes me about 5 seconds to get to channel it in the opposite language. So the first reason that we would love to point out is to develop listening skills with different accents, I don't know, with different even, you know, like, это то же самое, как если смотреть фильм, я не знаю, смотреть фильм, который был снят в Чувашии, или смотреть фильм, который был снят в Махачкале, или смотреть фильм, который был снят в Москве. Да, они втроем были сняты на русском языке, но у каждой вот этой народности есть какие-то свои особенные вещи, особенные слова или эмоции, которые прослеживаются только на языке оригинала. Также и с фильмами на английском. То есть, конечно, да, перевод, если дубляж отличный, супер. Но все-таки, если смотреть шотландский фильм, то в языке есть маленькие такие штуки, которые, да, можно перевести общие, но детально можно понять и прочувствовать только на языке оригинала. So the first reason is to develop listening skills, to get your ear used to the language and to improve your pronunciation. Like there's a very good example, Harry Potter. Who loves Harry Potter? Actually, like I've seen maybe 2, maybe just 3 movies. I don't know why. I guess there are 8, but I've only seen 3. But I know that it's quite a big fuss, and people always point out Harry Potter while learning English and stuff like that. So Harry Potter is a very good example. Like it was filmed in the United Kingdom, and the United Kingdom is made out of at least 4 nationalities, like Ireland, Scotland, like it's North Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and one more. So they have different accents, they have different dialects, and it's very hard to get that sense if you're watching the movie, even if it's well translated in Russian. So right now, we have a small clip for Harry Potter. I want you to just pay attention and try and get those peculiarities of pronunciation. We're going to watch this video right now. At least 4 or was it 5 accents, and if you'd ask me, the most popular accent from the UK was the second one, the Cockney accent. That's the accent that's very peculiar, or that is mostly met with people from London. That's the Cockney accent, and it's very popular. And the second one is the Irish. Like I remember I watched one movie in Irish. I don't remember what was the name, but something like that. And I remember while I was watching it, it took me time at times at some phrases to get to understand what were they saying. It's not that I don't know English, but the way they pronounce it and stuff like that sometimes gets you disturbed. So the first reason, improve listening, improves pronunciation. And the second step is to get to know all those slang words. Like we're living in 2K18, 2018, Elon Musk is sending rockets to space, and there are always new stuff happening in the language. Like for me, the recent stuff I got to know was Netflix and chill. By the way, do you know what Netflix and chill means? Anyone? Like I heard it in a movie a week or 2 weeks ago, and I was like, okay, what was that? I went and I Googled it. So that's the very good example that The language always develops and new stuff just emerge. Actually, no, Joseph, it's not really chill. Just take time and Google it. I just don't want to mix it up. So the second reason is to learn new words, and not just new words, words that have sub-meanings. I love to call them slang or something like that. Like this example we have from the movie Legend. Yo, that movie was cool. This one is he is off his rocker. That means that he's completely crazy. Man, if you would have heard it in any movie, it would have taken you time to get to understand it. But if you hear it, you go and Google it, like, okay, this is a new word for me. And that happens quite a lot. And if you'd ask me, the third reason is to get to know, можно сказать то, что все это сводится к одному. То есть нужно смотреть фильмы на английском языке или хорошо бы смотреть фильмы на английском языке, чтобы иметь чувство языка. То есть и pronunciation, и понимание, и слова, и третий grammar, можно все свести к одному. Но вот этот третий, this third reason is a very interesting stuff. Like if you love American movies, if you love African American movies, I'm sure that you might not have known that the African American people in their culture, they love to twist grammatics. Like this example we have right now. You is smart, you is kind, you is important. That's the stuff that came from the history when they had no, I don't know, access to normal education. They just heard what the other Americans said and they repeated it, and sometimes they made mistakes. And this stuff, it kept to be. And it still happens today. Like people who want to make cultural movies or historical movies, they get to use this. So grammatic twist, that's one thing that you wouldn't get to know it quite easily if not seen it in a movie. Like we have this example right now from the movie The Help, and yo, that movie is good. Let's take a look at this video right now. То есть то, что мы только что видели, это особенность именно афроамериканской культуры, которая связана с историческими событиями. Они часто, или иногда меняют, нарушают грамматические правила в своей речи, особенно люди старшего поколения. И если бы кто-то из вас увидел это просто случайно, то могло бы показаться, будто бы это ошибка. Но смотря фильмы по типу The Help, смотря другие фильмы Спайка Ли, такие вещи, они усваиваются быстро и откладываются в голове как еще один тип в понимании английского языка. Okay, so now let's move down. English. All right, I'll try to use as much English as possible, but sometimes I would still love to give some explanation in Russian because we all have different levels. So the next question is how to watch. Actually, I'm sure, like, share me your insights. How do you watch movies in English? Just share me your insights in 1 to 3 words. Like either just full movie, maybe half a movie, maybe. All right. Is everything alright with the sound? Все ли хорошо со звуком? Давайте еще раз сделаем проверку. Я вижу плюсы. Окей. Окей, плюсы идут. Так. Okay. Back to our question. How do you share me your insights? How do you watch movies in English? Like, no, wait. Let me give you another question. Give me an advice for a person who just wants to get started watching movies in English. What would be your first advice? Share me with that. What would be your first advice to a person who just wants to begin watching movies in English? Let me see what ideas do you have, ladies and gentlemen. Use subtitles. Watch. Stop. What was that? To watch cartoons, be careful. Be careful, that's a very interesting advice. Subtitles, okay. Start to watch fairy tales. Thanks, that's a very good one actually. So I see cartoons, I see fairy tales, I see subtitles. First to watch in Russian and after that in English. Okay. Actually, that's a very good advice, yeah. That you get to. It depends on what's your goal. If your goal is just to watch a movie, then maybe watching it twice isn't very comfortable. But if your goal is to improve your skills, then that advice, first watch in English and in Russian, then watch in English, that's a very good advice. Like that's if you're just a newcomer, write down unfamiliar words. That's very good. So I saw a couple of advices that said watch fairy tales and watch cartoons. That's absolutely true. Or maybe even try some Jetix or Disney, because we all understand that those movies are meant for people that have a very low level of the language. So it applies as for foreigners, as for native speakers. Cartoons, fairy tales, and easy TV shows are the best stuff to begin with if you want to learn English. Thank you, Rima. I will slow down. Okay, so the first advice that we would love to share with you guys here is to break into smaller episodes. Like, let's say you're watching The Friends. I don't know, like you just made a decision from tomorrow, I'm gonna watch movies in English. And your friend tells you, oh, try and check out The Friends. And you know that The Friends, the average episode is around 22 minutes. And you're like, okay, for the first time, maybe I won't be able to sit through. Maybe I won't be able to get it all because the main goal is for you to understand. So you'll be like, okay, let me break it into chunks. Let me break it like 10 minutes today and 10 minutes the day after. Or maybe like if you'd ask me, you should try and find stuffs on YouTube, on the almighty YouTube. You have a lot of episodes like the SNL. I'm sure you guys know it. The SNL, it's like a comedy station, a comedy media, and they have very small episodes of 5-7 minutes, and they are mostly chopped up with slangs, with lively English, and they have humor in them. So 5-7 minutes, you watch one SNL episode, you be like, go through it and you understand it. Or if you have like a Friends episode, you break in 10 minutes today, 10 minutes the day after. Like mine would be the SNL. I used to use it a lot when I have like group lessons in English or speaking clubs. Yep, I can. Да, можно громко с микрофона говорить. That's very easy. Okay, that was the first one. And the next one would be like use subtitles. You know, everyone knows about using subtitles. That's something very average. But my question is, why watch a movie that's hard for you to understand that you would use subtitles? Why not rather pick something that is not that hard or difficult and watch it without subtitles and try to get it? Like, why, if your level is not that high, why go and watch a Harry Potter movie, or I don't know, why go and watch Sherlock Holmes? Why not stop with something easy, like, I don't know, a Disney cartoon, maybe, I don't know, a Hannah Montana, a YouTube episode, and then you'll be able to check yourself. Like, all right, I've watched this 5-7 minutes, and I got these, and I got that, and only afterwards you use the subtitles, because I don't see the reason why going after very difficult stuff and using subtitles. But still, if you want to use subtitles, the ultimate goal is to keep in mind is to get rid of them. So the first one, you'll be like, you watch it without subtitles, then you use the English subtitles, and then you go without them. So like the last movie I watched in English was The Passenger. I watched it in Moscow, and it had Russian subtitles. So I speak English and I speak Russian, and I just couldn't keep my eyes off those Russian subtitles. You know, like I was watching the movie, and 50% I was listening, and 50% I was just reading it up. I'm like, that's a very bad thing to do. Never use Russian subtitles, because that would just keep on distracting you. The best thing is for you to use English. That's just the only way. So the first time, no subtitles, you get a general idea. The second time is English subtitles, and the third time is without subtitles. But still, keep in mind, pick what's adequate to your level. Don't go way too far if you want to learn stuff fast and very good. So there's one thing that Skyeng can offer you in this. It's a addition to your Chrome, and actually it's like a live feed of subtitles. You have a lot of series, House of Cards, you have the Sherlock in there, and what happens while you're watching, you can pause the movie or the series, you can tickle the word that you don't know and get to find the meaning, get to find the translation, and get to find the context. That's just a very good addition to your Chrome browser, and I would advise you to use it. Like, if you're just even in the intermediate level or maybe the upper intermediate, is still very useful stuff to do. And one thing with the Vimbox that we're going to talk about a bit later, you can add a lot of videos for you to use and to save them afterwards. You're like, okay, I watched this video on Vimbox, I got this, I have this words. You save them, and in a time, you can come back to them and reverse them. To me, that's a very good addition if you're just learning English for the first time. Окей. Я вижу то, что потеряли нить разговора. Самая большая идея из того, что я сказал в прошлый раз, это зачем брать тот материал, зачем брать такой материал, для которого необходим субтитры? Почему бы не взять тот материал, на котором вы понимаете без субтитров, и только потом взять материал с субтитрами? Зачем, если у вас средний уровень, идти смотреть Гарри Поттера с субтитрами, не понимать 95% даже с этими субтитрами? Почему не начать с чего-то простого? Посмотреть небольшой эпизод на Ютубе, посмотреть небольшой мультик без субтитров и понять 50-60%. То есть оценивать свой уровень и идти постепенно. До Гарри Поттера можно дойти в любой момент. Harry Potter is always available. So the second thing or the third thing is notice vocabulary. That's like even me, I know English, I know Russian, and I have made the example of Netflix and chill. You always get one or two words out of a movie, like anyways. Moreover, if you're watching big movies like the Marvel movies, I don't know, if you're watching the Hollywood, any big movie on the screen, you would always find one or two words that be like, okay, wait, what's the meaning? So the first thing, первое правило, быть честным самим собой. Be honest with yourself. You're like, okay, Netflix and chill. Oh, maybe it means to chill. Okay, I forget about it. То есть, oh, Netflix and chill. Наверное, это значит отдыхать, зависать, тусить. Okay, забыл. No. You don't know what Netflix and chill is. You're just trying to build up the understanding in your head. Why not just write it down? After the movie, go and Google it and be like, okay, Netflix and chill doesn't mean отдыхать, чилить и веселиться. So the first thing, замечать слова, которые вам непонятны, которые вызывают у вас даже малейшие сомнения. То есть даже если вам кажется, да, я все понял, Netflix and chill, это зависать, все понятно. No. Записать, пройти, узнать и получить новые знания, потому что Netflix and chill не значит отдыхать. Я на самом деле тоже так попался. I thought Netflix and chill meant to hang out and stuff. And I was like, oh, yo, guys, you know Netflix and chill means this? And there was this one guy was like, yo, Sam, you know you're wrong. I was like, what? You know, like Netflix and chill has a different meaning. I was like, no, you must be lying. You don't know. And I went and Googled it, and it happened to be that this phrase has a very different meaning. So, замечать слова и фразы, которые вам неизвестны. Есть два хороших сервиса, MDSB и Springfield. Я часто пользуюсь первым, чем вторым. Okay, let's continue. The next thing I would love to say is that, like, if you have something new, okay, thanks for the meaning. Yeah, you can all check it out. Mahaon gave us the meaning. Okay, so получили новое слово, получили новую фразу, и для того, чтобы она не вылетела из головы, try and build up sentences in your head. Like what I used to do with Spanish. I used to study Spanish like 3 years ago when I was in university, and what I do up to now is like when I'm counting stuff, I still try to count in Spanish. I like 1, 2, 3, 4, I can count up to 100 maybe. So I still use that to keep my neuron connections in the brain stable. То есть у вас новое слово, новая фраза и, скажем, тот же, окей, Netflix and chill. В течение недели в своей голове, когда возникает такая ситуация, вы такие, ок, сказал этим словом. Или вы получили, я не знаю, новое слово, I don't know, what's Gucci, what's poppin'. Новое слово, и в течение недели вы им пользуетесь, и это откладывается в вашей голове. Так я делал, например, с испанским. Я учил испанский года 3-4 назад, и сейчас от раза к разу я стараюсь постоянно считать на испанском, чтобы сохранять эти нейронные связи, потому что it's all about your brain. You can never trick your brain. Try to work with it. Gucci gang. No Gucci gang. People, no Gucci gang. Okay, we've had like enough of theory right now. Let's do a practice. We have an episode from the Uncle movie. I haven't seen the movie. Like, I've been doing this webinar for a couple of times, but I've not get to sit down and watch this movie. Okay, so I want you guys to take a look at this video right now and try and tell me what was the word that seemed unfamiliar, or maybe a word that you think has a double meaning, like a slang word, whatever. Try to find out what that word is. Okay, let's watch the video. Окей, я видел, да, в конце ваше сообщение. I got it. I will be muting the sound. All right, sorry for that. It's my microphone, so the next time I will mute the sound. Okay, so we just had this episode from the Uncle movie. Let me scroll the slide to where we are. Okay, so what are your guesses? What was that, or maybe what were those words that you thought were maybe double meaning, or maybe, I don't know, a slang word? And it is, I saw fixed and I saw forehead from Brona ZQ. Okay, fixed. Any other ideas? What were those words that you thought had double meanings or something like that? And it is, beside fixed. These people are from the movie Uncle, where we're trying to break down the word. Okay, let's go to the script. Let's check out the scripts. Here we have the script, and let me give you like 1 minute. You can scroll down through it with your eyes and try and tell me what was that word that was quite unfamiliar or double meaning. Okay, 1 minute begins. Okay, was that a minute? Almost. All right, so after this, here are these two, not words, actually sentences. The first one is to fix a drink. So the person that gave us fix was right. And Ludmila, thank you for lace as well. Thank you, Anna, for lace. Do you know, since you guys are sending me lace, do you know what lace means? Anyone? Что значит слово laced? Like, I mean the slang. Его сленговое выражение или второе выражение, значение точнее. Завязанный. Завязанный это дословно. Yep. But что значит его второе подзначение? Или как это говорится? Сундук с двойным дном. Okay, so what's the second meaning of laced? Try to remember what was the context. Let me try and bring it back. Okay, yeah. Take a look at it. You see the context. So this is a very good example, actually. You find a new word, you're not very sure of its sub-meaning. What's the next thing you should do? Try to understand the context. What's the context? Завязки, not really. Try and look, let me find the word. Where is it? Laced. Okay. Yep. Thank you, Elvira. That was the right meaning. I can't find it. Okay, so Elvira has helped us out. So actually, laced means something. Something that was poisoned, something that was distorted and skewed. So laced means something like shoelaces that are tightened up. And if you're talking about a drink, it means something that was twisted or played with. So you have a new word, laced, you're like, okay, what's the meaning? The next thing you should do is to look at the context. You saw that it had to do with the drink, you fix and add 1 + 1, you get like a meaning. But still, не уповай на себя слишком много. You be like, okay, I get the meaning, I understand it, but still go and Google and find out the actual meaning. Okay, so here are 2 sentences that we have for you guys to keep someone waiting. I'm sure you guys know this, but still. And the second one is to fix a drink. To fix a drink. So the fix a drink actually means to get a drink prepared. Not actually the action of it being poured, but to actually prepare a drink. You can be like, can you please fix me a Coca-Cola, or be like at the bar, can you please fix me a whiskey? It means to prepare a drink. То есть fix a drink значит приготовить или подать напиток, а не просто его налить как действие. Okay, let's continue. The next thing I would advise you to do is to repeat. Like, небольшой секрет. So I was raised and born in a Nigerian family, and if you know Nigerians, Jamaicans, I don't know what else. Nigerians, Caribbeans, even some parts of Britain, as we said, they all have their peculiar way of pronouncing or even twisting the language. So the Nigerians have a very different accent. This is not a Nigerian accent. So what did I do? When I was a kid, like, I don't know, when I was around 15 or 16 years old, I knew that the Nigerian accents ain't so popular and it wouldn't bring me money and stuff. I went on, watched American, I don't know, movies, I don't know, cartoons. What did I do? I listen, stop, and repeat. Listen, stop, and repeat. And believe me or not, you can fix any accent you want. Even the Cockney British accents. I don't have it, but still, you can fix whatever accent you want. So this is a very good advice. If you want to fix an accent, not the Russian English accent, you pick the character, you pick the country, I don't know. You'd be like, I want to fix British accents. You choose the Downton Abbey, you choose a character there. He says a word, you stop it, and you repeat it. Like, believe me, if I begin to speak with Nigerian accent, you won't understand anything. So repeat is a very useful stuff for you to fix whatever accent you want. And the next thing I would say is the best thing is that we are social beings, you know. It's very good if you're able to learn any language on your own. That's majestic. But still, if you go to any school, if you find any courses, there are always group lessons, there are always speaking clubs. So the best thing to do is to find a person, a pal, I don't know, even your parents, your brother, your spouse, a person that would be active with you in this endeavor you have. So find a person, you speak with him, you chat with him, even 10, 15 minutes a day, that's like enough. Saying, hey, good morning, darling. I don't know. Hey, good night, darling. Or what do you want to eat for today? What do you want to have for today? 10, 15 minutes a day, that changes a lot with any language, especially with English, because English — это очень простой язык для изучения. Okay, the next top is what to watch. Let me ask you. Imagine I'm a new person. I'm a person who wants to fix pronunciation and who wants to fix understanding of English language. What would you advise? What should I begin with? What to watch? Any ideas? What should I watch? YouTube. Okay, YouTube, that's good, but try to specify. Listening to Lil Pump. Nope, listening to Lil Pump wouldn't give you nothing. Actually, no. TED, thank you, Любовь. Friends. Actually, Любовь, TED, it's quite difficult. Even for a upper intermediate level, it's quite difficult. Disney cartoons and series, short show. Okay, the good ones was YouTube, short shows, no rappers, extra, and TV series. Hannah Montana, that's a very good TV series. I love Hannah Montana. When I was around like 16, 15, that was my favorite show on the TV. TED is quite difficult. Like, there are some topics that you just have to more think rather than listen and get to understand language. BBC, maybe, but still not very sure. Cartoons like Coco. That's like a full-length cartoon. Full-length stuff are very difficult for newcomers. Like full-length, not now. Okay, so YouTube and TV series. If you should ask me, or like if you would ask me, there are two goals. If you have like an average level and you want to get to know that lively English, that slang stuff, I would give you this advice. The stupidest movie is the best for you. Like, if you want to get slangs, go watch Marvel movies. If you want to go get slangs, go watch those, I don't know, TV series on Netflix that are very stupid, that are very, maybe sometimes filthy, adult swim, but that's what you want. Like, if you have an average level and your goal is to fix the lively English and to fix the slang stuff, don't go after Harry Potter, I don't know, don't go after Sherlock Holmes, go after the stupid stuff. Marvel movies and sort of and so on. But if you want to fix at least the middle level, you should go for the, as we have said a lot of times, the simple stuff, the cartoons and the simple short TV series. So like we have said a lot of times, choosing a movie depends on your goal, on your level and on your desire. The second thing I would still emphasize on is short TV series on YouTube. Like, I don't really remember the names, but what I usually do is find the TV cartoons that I know about. Like, в детстве я смотрел дети из класса 402, я не знаю, корпорация монстров. Частенько захожу на YouTube, если, по своим целям. Что могли бы делать вы? Заходить на YouTube, искать их и смотреть. А насчет того, что я говорил чуть раньше, все зависит от того, какая ваша цель. Если у вас средний уровень, даже, может быть, upper intermediate, и ваша задача это именно наладить живой английский, и это сленги, то чем тупее и чем проще фильм, тем лучше для вас. Если вы хотите получить сленги, смотрите фильмы Marvel, смотрите сериал на Netflix, который именно для Adult Swim, который может быть немного пошловатый, немного тупый, но именно там зачастую тот самый живой английский, который вам нужен. Но если ваша задача хотя бы настроить тот средний уровень, то, как мы уже говорили 1000 раз сегодня, это мультики, это короткие шоу на YouTube. То есть зависит от вашей цели. Okay, let's further. Next thing, let's try and do some practice maybe. We have 3 sentences here. Get a look at them. I'll give you 1 minute. 3 sentences. We're going to watch the 3 clips. Yep. And I want you guys to fill the gaps. You see the gaps numbered 1, 2, and 3. You don't like stupid TV shows, but still, that's where you have the most lively English. Okay, so now we're going to watch 3 clips, and I want you to pay attention to the sentences and fill the gaps. Let's do the first video.
Look, you've had a lot of biscuits. Why don't you take it out? Look, you've had a lot of biscuits. Why don't you take it out? I'll come get it later.
I'll nap, but I won't like it. Totally.
I'm telling you, this job's gonna be a piece of cake.
Yeah, like taking candy from a baby.
Cake? Where? Don't try to act innocent. You ate my sister's birthday cake.
She's innocent. I didn't do it. She's innocent.
Quiet. There's only one way to find out the truth.
Alright, только что мы видели 3 клипа, и я действительно поставил на мьют. Сейчас мы снова увидим эти 3 предложения, и я хочу попросить вас заполнить... Давайте начнем с первого. Какое слово или фраза, сейчас будет первое предложение, на счет 3, о да. Какое слово или фраза пропущена между гэпов? So, what's the phrase? Look, you've had a lot of biscuits, why don't you... And it is, take an apple, take it out, okay, it's, what about the second sentence? I'm telling you, this job is going to be the second sentence, this job is going to be a piece of cake. Thank you, that's the right one. Thank you, Елена Mahaon, this действительно piece of cake. Okay, my memory sucks. You have to work on your memory, Joseph Saraf. Okay, the third one. I could do your ad honest. I'll be superb. What's the word or sentence missing out? Yep, we've had the piece of cake for the second one. What about the third one? What's missing in the third sentence? You know what? I'm like asking you guys what's missing, and I'm thinking, I don't know what's missing. I remember that the second one is piece of cake, like really, but I don't remember what was in the first and the second one. So since I remember the second one, let's talk about it. Piece of cake. Piece of cake — это фраза, которая значит абсолютно просто Я стараюсь сейчас вспомнить аналог в русском языке. Может, кто-то поможет мне? Piece of cake. Есть аналог в русском языке? Два пальца. Нет. Окей. Легче легкого. Спасибо, Наталья. Yep. Два пальца об асфальт. Легче легкого расплюнуть. Действительно. So, like as I said earlier, it's a cartoon. It's simple, but you got to understand. You got to hear, like hear out without subtitles, and now you have a new stuff, a new word, a new sentence in your vocabulary. So, не надо стесняться мультиков. Don't shy cartoons. Oh, here are the answers. No fooling, piece of cake, and take a nap. So we were right. Okay, let's continue further. Yeah, let me ask you to give me sentences. Let's do some practice. So imagine you are at a music festival, let's say Coachella or Glastonbury, whatever, or maybe Europa Plus at Luzhniki next summer. Give me a sentence that has at least one of these phrases, or maybe all of them. So you at a music festival, please give me a sentence that has at least one of these words, or maybe all of them. Music festival. То есть вы на музыкальном фестивале, пожалуйста, предложения, которых есть хотя бы одно из этих фраз, или, возможно, все из них. Take a nap, piece of cake, no fooling, and fix a drink. Примеры в студию, пожалуйста, вы можете писать их в чат-боксе. What means take a nap? Take a nap means to have a short sleep. Take a nap – это короткий сон. Piece of cake мы разобрали. No fooling без шуток. Fix a drink – приготовить напиток. Take a nap – короткий сон. Piece of cake – два пальца об асфальт. No fooling без шуток. Fix a drink – приготовить напиток. That DJ's music is no fooling. Thank you, Marina. That's a good one. Fix me, oh my, the sentences are coming. Fix me a drink, mate, and I will, where is the sentence? I'm so sorry, you guys are sending me them at once. It's like a piece of cake for me to understand what is he singing about. Alona, that's a good one. That's a good one. You could say like, it's very easy for me, but instead you use piece of cake and the person will be like, oh, we have some good English. Okay, take a nap before starting a music festival. Okay, why not? This band is really cool, no fooling. That's good. I took a nap before this festival. Okay, no fooling. This single is a real hit. Thank you, Margarita. I like the sentence. Okay, might, no fooling. I took a nap while the band was turning. Oh my. I'm sorry, you guys sending it so fast. To fix a drink is a piece of cake for him. Yo, you used 2 sentences, Marina. That's good. This song is too boring. It's too boring, so I'd like to take a nap. Great. So you guys are very good with English language, and we had some sentences, but you guys are good enough. So you were asking me earlier what YouTube channels would I advise, and here are a couple of them. Here's a bunch. We have Ted, we have Good Mythical Morning, Jamie Oliver, and I would advise you, or maybe like give you one more, is the SNL. SNL is like a version of Comedy Club from Tente, but if you ask me, it's a bit better than Comedy Club, but still. There you have short clips with lively English, and you can turn on the subtitles if you do not understand. H3H3. Thank you, Joseph. So, Soul Pancake, one of my favorites. Let's continue. Let's try and do some, no, let's skip this. Okay, let's do one more situation. You are at the airport, I don't know, you're departing to Singapore. You have these sentences. Give me your examples. Get someone covered, keep someone waiting, cheap as chips, and Instagram friendly. I will not tell you the meaning. Try to understand them and I'll comment afterwards. So Give me your sentences. You're at the airport, you're departing, I don't know, to Singapore, and give me your sentences. And it is, if you make a mistake, I will still give the meaning of the sentence afterwards, after you give me your examples. Okay, get someone covered, keep someone waiting, cheap as chips. This drink is a cheap as chips. Okay. Okay, thank you, Margarita. I keep you waiting. Yep. Obvious from this example. I hate when you keep me waiting. Thank you, Mahalan. That's a very good one. Very good and very lively because I'm always late. Wow, this airplane is very Instagram friendly, Natalia. Photos from the airplane windows, crazy. I've tried them. It never worked for me. I don't know why. My friend had kept me waiting, so I missed my flights. I hope that ain't no real story about it because that would be very sad. Like miss a flight, that's big stuff. Okay, any other sentences? Any new ideas? Get someone covered, keep someone waiting, cheap as chips, and Instagram friendly. My ticket was cheap as chips. That's why they made me waiting for the flight for so long. I still hope that this ain't no real life experience because no matter the price, the service should be. The stewardess were Instagram friendly. I didn't keep my follower waiting for new photos. Yep, Joseph, Instagram friendly stewardess or plane attendants. He got covered in that accident. Okay, so here are a couple of examples for you from us, the theme. Forgot your charger, no worries, I've got you covered. So what's the meaning of get someone covered? Get someone covered means to have someone's back. Get someone covered means to do something for someone. Get someone covered на русском это, я не знаю, как это говорится, прикрыть твою спину? То есть get someone covered это тот сленг или то выражение, которое вы используете, когда вы говорите о том, что вы заботитесь о ком-либо. Например, в этом предложении. Ты забыл свою зарядку, не переживай, я тебя прикрыл. То есть твоя зарядка или моя зарядка у меня. Okay, don't take too long in the duty-free shop. I don't want to keep the taxi driver waiting. Keep someone waiting, всем понятно, всем obvious. Keep someone waiting значит заставлять кого-то ждать. The next one is Instagram friendly. Я думаю, все поняли. Instagram friendly 2 плюс 2 получается 4. Instagram friendly это то, что хотелось бы сфотографировать. Okay, so TV series to watch. I'm sure you guys know them as well. Friends, Dexter, American Horror Story. We have a bunch of them. House. Actually, maybe I've seen only one episode from House, but I love the Adventure Time. Okay, so let's do, actually no, let's keep this as well. Let's go to the next part. Let's try and do this one. Okay, so we have 2 more sentences, and I want you to fill the gaps. We're gonna watch a video right now. Мы посмотрим еще один ролик, сделаем еще небольшую практику. Я хочу, чтобы вы заполнили эти пробелы. На счет 3 посмотрим этот ролик. Let's watch the video. Yeah, unmute. Okay, unmute. Alright. Это был тот пример, который я говорил чуть раньше. Зачем идти и смотреть то, для чего нужны субтитры. То есть этот фильм я бы не советовал, если у вас даже средний уровень, потому что это 80-е, наверное, 70-е, и там будут свои фишки, как и не только сленгов, но и произношение, и говор, и так далее, и тому подобное. То есть это те фильмы, которые лучше оставить на чуть потом. Но, тем не менее, у нас есть 2 предложения. Как я видел сегодня, you guys have good English speaking level. So, let me see. What are the words missing? Sentence number 1 and sentence number 2. Any ideas? Any ideas? Too wrong. Okay, Елена, too wrong. Don't get me wrong, I love women in the bedroom and in the kitchen. Thank you, Elena. That's the right answer. Style. I won the triple Wimbledon. I could beat Billie Jean. Does she have the... Not really style, Asia. Not really style. And that is... So the second one, we have it done. It's don't get me wrong. Oh, это не к этому. Okay. Давайте посмотрим. Let's see the right answers. So the first one was, does she have... Thank you, Mahalan. Balls. I was waiting for someone to use the balls. So does she have the nerve, or does she have the balls, or does she have the guts? Nerve, balls, and guts. Это тот сленг, хотя тут уже есть перевод, иметь мужество, смелость и так далее и тому подобное. Есть три варианта. Do you have the nerve, do you have the balls, and do you have the guts? Если говорить о более-менее культурной обстановке, то nerve или guts. Balls это немного не туда. Don't get me wrong. Не пойми меня неправильно. Елена, спасибо за ответ. Это действительно был правильный вариант. Okay, so let's keep this one as well. You guys have good stuff. And the next one, the last one is where to watch. You guys know the answer. The answer is YouTube. The answer is Netflix, if you have the account. And the answer is the Sky and TV. So anywhere you're able to find TV shows, movies in English suits. But still, my pick is Sky and TV, and my pick is YouTube. Because not only do you have subtitles, but you have comments. Никогда не стесняйтесь, даже не примените заглянуть в комменты и посмотреть ответы на свои вопросы. Очень часто в комментариях люди поясняют вещи, и они раскрывают контекст того, что есть в ролике. So you have the subtitles on YouTube and you have the comments. So my pick is Sky and TV and the YouTube. So the final thought is, the question is, I have a middle on average level. What should I do? Where should I start with? The answer is simple. You start with Sky and TV, or you start with YouTube, and you start with short TV shows. And the second thing from all the discussion we just had, do not stop writing stuff down. You got a new word, you got a new sentence, you'll be like, oh no, I understand it. Oh, Netflix and chill is to chill. No, you take time, you write it down, and you go and Google the right answer. And here is the recap for you guys. All I have just said, but written down in words. And let me keep it for maybe 30 seconds. And remember to repeat. If you want to fix the American accent, you want to fix the British accent, you want to fix the Caribbean accent, find a show, find a character, listen, stop, repeat. It's worked for me. It will work for you guys, because English is simple. Just believe me, English is simple as okay. I advise the late night show with Jimmy Fallon. Yes, thank you, Mahone. Late night shows, that's a very good stuff for you guys to watch as well. But late night shows, there are meant for people who have, like, they're native speakers. So you will find a lot of stuff that would be difficult for you to understand. But still, late night shows is something very useful. Okay. So now here we have a bunch of words. Let me just run through them. Keep someone waiting, заставлять кого-то ждать. Fix a drink, приготовить напиток. No fooling, без шуток. Piece of cake, два пальта обосвать. Take a nap, вздремнуть. Okay, and I want you guys to recap this. Give me the answers to these sentences. Just in Russian. Just send me them in Russian in the text box. Get someone covered, get the nerve, cheap as chips, don't get me wrong, and Instagram friendly. What do these sentences mean? Give me the answers in Russian. Okay, someone hasn't translated it. Защищать зад. Okay, прикрыть спину. Great. Get the nerve. Иметь мужество. Great. Cheap as chips. Cheap as chips. Yo, did I explain cheap as chips? I'm not sure I explained it. Дешево как chips. Yes, I didn't explain it. So cheap as chips. Абсолютно дешевле некуда. Thank you, Mahaon. Yeah. Очень дешево. Не понять неправильно. And Instagram friendly. это Instagram-friendly, я думаю, тоже. Кстати, есть очень много слов и выражений, так как мы живем в эпоху или в эру, где все языки смешались и король языков английский, что такие фразы некоторые, которые не нуждаются в переводе. То есть Instagram-friendly значит Instagram-friendly на любом языке от русского до китайского. Окей, сейчас мы подведем небольшой итог всему тому, что у нас было. Если у вас есть вопросы, вы можете еще их задать наверху, есть для этого время. Вопрос о том, как можем помочь мы, как может помочь вам в изучении английского языка Skyeng. Как я говорил чуть раньше, самая большая фишка Skyeng – это платформа Vimbox. Это интерактивная платформа, которая служит, не знаю, то есть лучше Vimbox может быть только персональные встречи с королевой Великобритании. То есть это целый отдельный уголок, в котором есть все от домашних заданий, вплоть до слов, которые вы когда-либо учили, видео, которые вы когда-либо смотрели. То есть это отдельный класс для того, чтобы вы могли изучать английский язык и возвращаться к этому даже спустя большое время. Среди плюсов я бы отметил, как говорил чуть раньше, те, кто пользовались скайпом, знают, что это неудобно, рассинхрон, эхо, звуки и так далее и тому подобное. На Vimbox эта проблема решена тем, что вы сами управляете процессом изучения. То есть вы смотрите вместе с преподавателем какой-то ролик, смотрите, вы услышали слово, которое вы не поняли, вы поставили на паузу, вы посмотрели его значение, вы его себе занесли, и только потом продолжается ваш урок. То есть полная кастомизация и оптимизация именно под ваши нужды. Skype – это не совсем удобно, хотя, что я вам рассказываю, вы и сами это знаете. Второе – это, конечно же, цели. У всех разные цели. Кто-то хочет выучить английский для того, чтобы познакомиться с человеком. Кто-то хочет выучить английский, чтобы просто, я не знаю, выиграть тендер в Великобритании или съездить покататься на американских горках в Штатах. Под ваши задачи подбирается курс, и вы изучаете английский именно для этого. Опять же, Vimbox – это та платформа, которая полностью адаптируется под ваши нужды и даже в этом. То, что я бы отметил, это трекинг вашего результата. Те, кто из вас занимался лично с преподавателем, знают то, что зачастую многие преподаватели не смогут ответить на вопрос, а как я изменился, а как у меня улучшилось. То есть, если они даже ответят, то у них не будет детализации. А на Vimbox у вас есть полная статистика по вашему прогрессу. Грамматика, лексика, чтение, все что угодно. It's all been written down. Большой брат следит за вами в хорошем значении этого слова. Сейчас я хочу предложить вам небольшой подарок для всех новых учеников, которые были с нами эти час или час и 1 минуту. Это 2 бесплатных урока для новичков по промокоду. Внимание, промокод действует до 27 марта, поэтому нужно попробовать сделать это как можно быстрее, as soon as possible. Промокод 2 бесплатных урока для новых учеников. Сейчас я включу вкладку «Вопросы». Григорий спрашивает, My level is intermediate. Will I understand Downton Abbey TV show? Григорий, I haven't seen Downton Abbey, but from my guess, it is a BBC TV show, and maybe you should try and find something simpler. Like, maybe not Downton Abbey. Maybe you should try and start with The Friends. You know why The Friends? Because The Friends is one of the classics, and you would find a lot of lessons, you would find a lot of explanatory based on this TV series. That was the answer, Grigori. Okay, the next question. I can't use a MediaTek in my country. Okay. My level is elementary. Can I watch only with subtitles in English, or can I watch without subtitles? What is better? So again, Любовь, I would advise you to find something that doesn't require subtitles even for you. You find something as simple as possible. You fix your understanding, you fix your pronunciation through that very simple stuff, and only then you move on to something that requires subtitles. That's my advice for you. Okay, so the next one. Где скачать презентацию? Презентация будет доступна после вебинара по рассылке. Окей. Очень интересно, мой уровень средний, не подойдет сериал «Как я встретил вашу маму». «Как я встретил вашу маму» – прекрасный сериал, я его смотрел, один из моих любимых, но все-таки, опять же, зачем выбирать то, для чего нужны субтитры, если можно начать с чего-то простого? Это то, что я буду много раз повторять. Если у вас средний уровень, Вы посмотрели серию «Как я встретил вашу маму», не поняли, 75% поняли, окей, потом. Посмотрите что-то попроще и только потом к этому вернуться. Окей, это были все вопросы и домашнее задание для тех из вас, кто постоянно смотрит наши вебинары, кто постоянно со Skyeng, будет небольшое домашнее задание на то, как хорошо вы усвоили наш с вами вебинар и материал. Окей, это был Сэм, this was Sam. Всем большое спасибо за ваше время, и я думаю, что мы с вами еще раз увидимся на следующих вебинарах. Have a good night, see you, thanks and goodbye. Goodbye.